Hey babe, it's 12:32 a.m. my time, so 2:32 a.m. your time. Um, I read 10 pages in my book. Then I'm gonna read the rest tomorrow. Start working on that homework and stuff. So yeah. Then I after that signed up for classes. I'm gonna take 3. Um, I'm taking 2 the first um, the first half of spring 2015. Um, one of them's kind of a really difficult class. It's called political. No, it's called empirical political inquiry, and said that there's a lot of theories and data collection, stuff like that. So then I have to take a certain science and society type class. So I'm taking Introduction to Global Health. It's a 100 level class, so um, I'm hoping that might be kind of easy. That way the first semester of, the first half of spring 2015 isn't going to be super difficult. Um, yeah, and then I'm taking American National Government, the second half of spring 2015. So from January 12th to March 3rd, I think it is. And I'm taking the first 2 classes, and then March, 10 days later, the next semester starts, and that runs until May. I don't think it's first. I don't think it stops on your birthday by early May. So yeah, it goes from halfway through January to early March, and then halfway through March to early May. So it's gonna be around your birthday when the semester ends. Um, yeah, so I'm taking 3 classes. This first semester, the one I'm still in right now, fall 2014, I took 1 class each half of the semester to see about the workload, and I guess these classes were kind of easy. Probably easier than empirical political inquiry is going to be. So, but I decided to test to see if I could do 2 classes per each half. So I'm taking 2 the first half to see what it's going to be like, because I wanted to pair the hard class with whatever half of next semester it's going to have the easiest class. So, and if I think I can handle 2 classes at once, then I might add a second class to the second semester one, but we'll see. But crazy thing is, thinking about it, I will have gone 1 year at ASU Online and will have taken 5 classes. And when I first started going, I needed 20, so I'll be down to 15. So I will need to be there for another 3 years, which is crazy. because really like 7 years for a 4-year degree isn't that great. So I was at AMCC for 3 years, I think almost for like 3.5, and I don't want to be at ASU for that long. Excuse me. I don't want to be 26 getting my bachelor's degree, you know. I want to be 23, 23 and a half, 24, something like that. So I'm going to start taking more classes in the following semesters. But it's going to be tough with trying to work in the future, you know, and taking difficult classes at the same time. It's going to be real difficult, but yeah, so it's something that I'm kind of worried about, but I saw your day started off kind of scary. Um, but hopefully it ended better, and you know, you have money for food. Um, and where was I going with this? Oh yeah. So you have money for food, and so you won't have to worry about being like starved out. Um, got half of your tuition, um, and so you know the car money should help you for food for the next 6 weeks, in addition to the money I gave you, and then it'll also help you buy a ticket home. And then the money your dad is giving you pay for half of the semester, and you know we can figure out the rest later. And I know it's like you know we share things, obviously, um, but like if you know if you come home and don't need and you know don't end up needing that you know what I gave you, then um, because like I'm broke also, and I could like use it back if you know don't end up needing it, you know. Um, but yeah, I mean if you obviously need it now, so use it. But if you don't end up using it, then it would help like pay for books or something. I don't know how expensive those are gonna be in the future. Um, but hopefully I get more grant money because I'm signed up for you know more than half time, so hopefully they give me more grant money, which I should probably be getting early January, most likely. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how difficult these classes are going to be. Um, but so in order to work at least some, but also have enough time to do schoolwork, I might have to be like, I need, I'm only looking to work like 20 hours a week, not really any more than that, because like I'm gonna have a lot of homework, so $20 a week, 20 hours a week. Why the hell is my phone charging? I'm plugging my charger in. There, now it's working. Gotta close iTunes. And the charging is so if I only work like 20 hours a week times 790 an hour, 158 a week times I said I get 90% of that, it's like 142.20 a week, which is like less than 600 a month. But yeah, I mean, just like 20 hours a week is really probably gonna have to be it. It really seems like kind of a lot. I mean, if it was like 4-hour days, realistically, I mean, that would be great, because then I could sleep, work a little bit of the day, and have the rest of the day to do my homework. But it's probably not going to be like that. It's probably going to be like 3 7-hour days, which leaves me with 4 days to do homework. you know, um, should still be enough, I guess, but who knows. Um, or I'd have to be like, I can't work Tuesdays and Thursdays because I go to school and just get those definite days off, but I mean, just 2 days to work on homework is isn't a whole lot at all. I mean, I'll have a lot of reading, a bunch of other stuff, so I don't know. We'll have to figure it out later, I guess. Um, um, I was gonna like try to get done with everything around like 10, and then watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but now it's almost 1 o'clock my time, and I don't feel like putting on a 2-hour movie. So after this video, excuse me, we're gonna watch Comic Book Men, and then go to sleep. Maybe just like a couple episodes, because I can watch 3 episodes in an hour. So I'll watch a couple of those. Work more on homework tomorrow. Hopefully talk to you more. Hope you have a good day at school, and people leave you alone. And yeah, and we can talk more. Hopefully you don't have too much homework or anything like that. And if you're done with class and don't really have homework or anything like that, and it's like 2 o'clock your time, then maybe we can like play Halo and just have the rest of the day to ourselves. Um, but yeah, so um, yeah, the thing I said about the money earlier, like I'm pretty sure you're probably gonna need it, which is fine because that's why I sent it to you. But because like the expenses for food for the next 6 weeks, um, a plane ticket home out of that money also. Um, uh, cost to ship stuff back to me. Um, when it's time for you to come home, and you said you were gonna get some stuff on Black Friday that you've been needing, so it'll help with that also. But so yeah, hopefully you can get all of that done. Yeah, so I'm drinking white grape juice, I think it is, or white apple or something like that. It's pretty good. Um, Not sure what else to talk about. Um, got stuff in the garage that I'm hoping you can sell. And stuff in here also. Mainly just a couple of comic books. Since I have two of those Game of Thrones signs, I'll have to decide if I want to keep them both, or I mean, I can put on Craigslist. I mean, it'd be too expensive to ship on eBay. I wouldn't even know how without like destroying it. I mean, it's not really like a poster where you can just like roll it up, I guess. I mean, I don't know, but they're pretty heavy. So I don't know. I mean, if someone wanted to give me like $300 for it or something like that, then yeah, sure, I'd send it to them. I'd find a way, I guess. They'd have to pay for shipping, but you know, I'd get it there. But yeah, it'd be really, really cool if hair. I can't get it. It'd be really, really cool if like if you worked at the Charming Charlie by my house, that I worked at like the Best Buy right next door, or like Barnes and Noble a couple of doors down, you know, or something like that. I mean, that'd be really cool. I'll have to see if that Barnes and Noble is hiring. Heck, an extra person for 20 hours a week, something like that, you know? Don't see why not. Heck, I have 3 college degrees. I mean, they should hire me. But yeah. What is Thanksgiving? The 28th? 27th. So including today, the 5th, that obviously just started. 23 days until Thanksgiving. It's like 2.5 weeks after that, so yeah, we're like 6 weeks away. Month and a half. Let's see, including today, the 5th. So there's 30 days, so there's 26 left. 26 plus 15 is 41. 41 days left. And on Facebook it says 38, but today would technically be 37 if I were to, you know, continue the countdown, which we are. So it's 4 days off. So yeah, don't know what else to talk about really. Played a little bit of Hearthstone today. Guess I've decided that I'm probably just gonna play, spend my gold in game doing arena runs rather than just buying packs outright. Because in arena runs, you get prizes based on how well you do, like how many wins you get, and so you'll usually get, hopefully you win at least one game in the arena. I mean, at least that's how it is for me. I'm not really good at arena at all. I'm awful at it, and but you get gold, and you'll get packs. But arena runs cost 150 gold, whereas opening packs just cost 100. So you could spend 150 gold and get a pack and 35 gold from the arena. So you're spending 150, you're getting 35 back, so really you're spending 115 for one pack versus 100, and that's only if you get one win. I've gotten 4 before, and I've gotten like 2 packs and 55 gold or something like that, so really at like for 95 gold for less than it costs to open one pack, I got 2 packs for it. So it depends on how much you do, how well you do, but 4 wins my best arena run. And I don't know, because you start out, you have to like build a deck from the ground up, based off of the cards that they give you. They'll give you like 3 choices and you have to choose one. And they give you 3 and you have to choose one. And you have to keep choosing cards. And it's hard because you'll like see cards that, that'll be really good. And I don't know if that card's going to show up later, but it's next to another option that you really want. And so it's hard, and sometimes that card doesn't come back. And it's just difficult. Like you want a couple of high mana cost cards for late game use. You want a majority of your cards to be, 3 and 4 range, a couple of 2s, a few 5s, sort of keep it in the middle. At least that's how I think it's supposed to work. And then you have a couple of low mana cost cards, like 0s or 1s and stuff like that. But so you also gotta, with arena, you gotta look for the cards that are gonna help you, while also not getting too heavy in late game, so you're not able to do anything, early or mid game, and not getting, too heavy in early game, and then have a bunch of weak creatures, and then just, have all your creatures wiped out really quickly, and then have nothing for mid or late game that would be able to destroy your opponent's mid-sized or big creatures, so you gotta plan it out that way, and so it's kind of hard to do. It's hard to, at least for me, to keep track of, like, okay, I have enough late game, can't get any more, because then I'll like see cards and be like, oh, I want that card for my late game, and you can't switch it out. Once you pick a card, you pick it, and so yeah, it's a little difficult, but oh well, but It just takes a while to get gold. I mean, I just haven't bought packs in a while, so I saved up a lot of gold. I had like 850s, today. And I did a couple of arena runs. So I'm at like 550 right now. So yeah, tomorrow, aka today, gonna work on more homework, hopefully talk to you a lot, and maybe do another arena run, but definitely gotta focus on the homework, getting that done. Gotta read so it's fresh in my mind. Some equation thing, which is easy to understand, but hope I don't forget it come morning, but I don't think I will. I mean, it's pretty easy. It's exit value, um, exit voice loyalty game when it comes to politics, I guess. And I'll briefly explain it since the video is already over half an hour long. But so the situation is like a citizen and the state that they're living in, whether it's this, a city or country or anything like that. The state. So you have a citizen and a state, and they have to choose what's best for them, what they get the most value out of by trying to guess the other person's choices. So let's say the state raises taxes, and the citizen doesn't like that because now they have less money, something's being taken away from them. The state is taking their money, so the state is gaining something. So the citizen has three choices. Either they can exit, so they can either, exiting means that they accept the fact that their taxes were raised and they seek somewhere else to live. They could voice their opinion and like picket for tax rates to go back down, or they can choose to be loyal, in which they accept that their tax rates were raised and that money is being taken from them, and decide to stay. And so, and each thing, costs something. So if the citizen decides to voice their opinion, there's then a cost associated with voicing your opinion, and that could be like going to jail, losing your job because you're taking time off to go voice your opinion on a picket line, stuff like that. There's no so anyway, you set it up in a like model or whatever that the citizen's choice is written first, followed by a comma, and then the state's decision. So if the citizen decides to exit, then it would be like 0, like E equals 0, 1, where exit equals 0, no cost to the citizen, but they're also not gaining anything. And then comma 1 for the state because they taxed them to begin with, which means they're gaining something, but the citizen decided to leave, and so they keep what they took from them. Then the citizen can choose to voice their opinion, and then I think I'd have to go back in the book, but then I think so they can choose to voice their opinion, and the state then decides their next move by saying they can either hear what the citizen is saying and lower the taxes back to where they were, or they can ignore what the citizen was saying and not do anything. If they go along with what the citizen was saying and lower the taxes, they then give up what they took from the citizen, but they're gaining their loyalty because they're staying. So if that was the case, that the state decided to give back the money, I think it would be the equation. It would be like, I think it's voice, or like V equals 1 for the citizen because they're gaining their money back. You know, they're gaining what they were fighting for, comma L, because the state then gains, you know, maintains the loyalty of the citizen. If the state decides to ignore what they say, the state will automatically gain plus, you know, 1, because they don't care what they say, and they'll always get what they took from them, what they took from the citizen at the end. So if the state decides to ignore the citizen, the citizen then has 2 choices. They can either exit, accept the fact that they're being taxed, and leave, or they can choose loyalty and accept the fact they're getting taxed and stay. Then so if they accept the fact and stay, then it would be like the citizen would be 0, comma 1 for the state, and then I think L would be in there somewhere because they're maintaining their loyalty. And then if the citizen decides to leave, then it would be like 0, comma. So either way, the citizen is going to be at 0, because either situation they're still going to lose what was initially taken from them. So it would be 0, comma 1 minus L, or L minus 1, if the citizen decides to leave. I'd have to look at the chart again. Actually, I can look at it right now. I know this is probably like super boring you, but just to tell you what I was reading about. So yeah, so here it is. The first choice a citizen has, so they can either choose to exit, so E equals the citizen's exit payoff. 1 equals value of benefit taken from the citizen by the state. L equals state's value from having a loyal citizen who does not exit. C equals cost of using voice. It is assumed that C and L are greater, so C comma L greater than 0, so that C and L, both C and L are greater than 0, as well as E is less than 1 minus C, as well as E, the cost of exit, is greater than 0. So citizen's first choice is exit. So the citizen would get their exit payoff, whatever that may be, comma, then the 1 after that would be the state's, the benefit that the state took from the citizen. If the citizen chose to be loyal, they would have 0 because they're getting nothing. Then they'd have 1 from what they took from the citizen. To be 0, comma 1 plus L, because the state would have the 1, the benefit that they took to begin with, plus their loyalty. If a citizen decides to voice their opinion, the state can then choose to either respond or ignore. If they respond and lower the tax rates again, the citizen would get 1, which is their benefit back, minus the cost of using their voice, whatever that may be. And then the state would get an L for maintaining their loyalty. If the state decided to ignore, the citizen then has a choice of either being loyal or exiting. If the citizen decides to be loyal, they would have 0 because they're not gaining the benefit back that was taken from them, minus the cost of using their voice to begin with. And then the state would have 1, which is the benefit that they took, plus L for them being loyal. If the citizen chose to exit, then the citizen would have their exit value, their exit payoff, minus the cost of their voice, comma, the state's 1, which is the benefit. They wouldn't gain the loyalty, obviously, because the citizen is exiting. So yeah, it's probably not going to focus or anything, but that's it. Camera isn't really that good, so I didn't expect it to focus, but it's kind of interesting, I guess. I saw the graphs and I was like, oh shit, this looks complicated, but really, like, the book does a good job of explaining it, so which is good. Doesn't seem too difficult, but it's one of the things that there's like some practice questions for in this week's homework, so we're gonna have to do that. Shouldn't be too difficult, I think. Most definitely show up on the test, probably, or the midterm, because the midterm is over chapters 1, 2, and 3, and I'm in chapter 3 right now. So we got 30 pages left to read, so I'm gonna get that done tomorrow. And then I'll work on the rest of the homework and stuff like that. So, yeah, I had fun Skyping you. I got to see your pretty face. Glad the trip to Walmart was alright. And glad people left you alone there for sure, since you're like super far away from your school. It's kind of scary, I was worried, but really glad you're alright. But yeah, I love you a lot, and I miss you a lot, like a lot. Getting kind of tired. Probably gonna take my contacts out soon and go to bed. But yeah, I love you a lot, and I miss you a lot, and I can't wait for you to come home, babe. Yeah, I'll let you go. I love you so much. Love you, babe. Bye.